Wow, it's amazing.
Call the meeting to order at 6 p.m. on Monday, March 3rd, 2025, at the town hall upstairs. Thank you for coming for the final meeting of this board, this year. Somebody making a motion to adopt the agenda as presented. Any discussion? If not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We have the minutes of the meeting of February 18th, 2025. Are there any additions, corrections to those minutes as presented? If not, somebody make a motion to accept the minutes as presented.
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor, say aye. Opposed? Okay. Reappraisal.
Okay, Mr. Silvestri is on the screen
Okay,
and he's available to answer any questions that you have. I believe you were presented from Morgan, all of the data that I presented last meeting. So turn it over to you.
well, I guess just give us,
Question.
give us a brief overview, I guess, of what you're gonna do, so we'll just as a refresher.
Sure. So we're gonna do a statistical reappraisal. The state allows you to do a statistical reappraisal within 5 years of your last full townwide reappraisal, which was 2021. For a statistical reappraisal, the state asks you to validate your data with a data study. So we'll collect data completely on 10% of the properties in Grafton. And what we want to see are no changes. So we want to see that our data is still good, which I believe it will be. The state will then give us the go ahead with a statistical update. That will basically be market analysis over the last 3 years of sales. So April 1st of 2023 to April 1st of 2026, sales in Grafton, and the CAMA software, so the computer assisted mass appraisal software that's used to value all the properties in Grafton, will be recalibrated to that market level, and in turn will correct the CLA and the COD.
Any questions? Concerns?
I have a question.
Go ahead, Ann.
Sure.
The 10%, you do a statistical appraisal of 10% of the homes. Is that, did I understand that correctly?
So the 10% of the full data collection is a data sample to validate the data. So what the state wants to see is out of those 10%, so about 60 properties that we're going to select at random to go and recollect data on, they want to see less than 10% valuation change from data changes. So it's a way for the state to say, because to do a statistical reappraisal, you have to be very confident in the data that you already have, or else you're going to be making statistical changes to data that's not relevant, and then it's you're opening the box of worms. What will also happen as part of the statistical, though, is I do a final field review. So every property will be visited. We'll do a drive-by viewing of every property. And if during that final review, I find that there's some major discrepancies with data, that property will get flagged for a revisit. So that we make sure that we do collect that accurate data prior to rolling new values.
How do you choose the 60 properties?
So it's supposed to be randomly. So we'll probably just grab 4, 5, 6 streets throughout town. I'll talk with the listers about that. And just go out and check on those properties. I had a town, we pulled street names out of a hat. So the state is, that is the one thing they emphasize, that's a random sample. So we don't want the sample to be targeted in any way. It's supposed to be random.
And when will this start, once we get approval?
Yep, so, I'll be starting this summer of 25.
And it'll be completed in 25.
26.
I mean 26, sorry.
Yeah, so it'll be for your 2026 grand list. But the actual, the data sample will start in the summer and the final review will be done in the summer, fall as well.
So it's within about 3 or so months, pretty quickly.
Yeah, we'll start pretty rapidly here. I would imagine, I'll probably do review more towards September. I'd like to see more sales and just a little bit more data, but also want to make sure that I do it before the snow flies so that I'm able to really get everywhere without any issues.
Now, are you ready for this?
Yep, I mean, there's nothing, the data's there.
Any other questions?
No, thank you.
Well, thank you.
Not a
So
problem.
the next step would be to sign the contract.
Yeah, we need a motion to do
I
that.
have the contract right here,
Okay.
if you would, I'll bring
All
it
right,
up.
so somebody want to make a motion to start this reappraisal process?
It only requires the signature of the, select board chairman.
We have a, then,
Yeah, we did it.
any other discussion, any other questions, full call question? If not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, so I'll sign the contract and then you deal with, the listers and lots of luck.
Thank you very much.
All righty.
Thank you.
Take care.
Anyways, let me say, third? Yeah.
Mm.
We'll have Morgan send it to them, so to sign, so that he can sign it. That way, both parties sign it.
Yeah,
And then-
I'll give this to Morgan.
Yes,
Okay, no problem. Alrighty, okay. Alrighty. Highway report, excess weight permits. We have one, Velco. If there are no objections, somebody make a motion to accept the work permit and give Morgan the authority to sign the work permit.
So moved.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Yeah. Okay, the posting of the roads, you wanna talk about that?
Not really much to talk about, except for it's getting warmed up again, and it's time to post them before it's too late. We've already got them, actually, the signs are already up. I didn't know that we had to go have an approval thing, cause we
Yeah.
never did, we haven't done it since 2019. We always just relaxed since then, but just put them up, so, I guess from now on, this is the legal way of doing it. This is so we can actually go after the people that, are not following by the guidelines.
Okay, so somebody like a motion to, authorize Kobe to approve, post the roads for the season.
second.
Any discussion? All in
Just
favor?
curious, do you have a date every year you'd like to do it?
Not really, it's just whenever I just put them up whenever the weather starts to get warmed up,
End of
and then
February.
I take it down as soon as they're dry enough to let everyone run on, so I mean, it's not, every year is different, so.
Seemed early this year.
It says May something on the charts.
I think it's later this year.
May 15th?
Didn't we post it earlier?
We
last
posted
year?
earlier last year.
Yeah, much earlier, yeah.
Yeah, last year we were already playing with mud, so we haven't had. to-
Oh, right.
December we have.
Yeah, we'll be, next week we will be playing with mud, it's gonna be 60 degrees, so.
I think this week with
Yeah.
50 and rain.
Yeah,
Just,
the
yeah, I mean, it's
rain will
gonna,
bring it right on.
things are gonna get really bad, so
Yeah.
please no complaints.
No. All right, so all in favor, we had a motion on the floor, all in favor,
Aye.
opposed? Okay,
What do you do for folks that like oil trucks or whatever that disobey? Do you send them
Disobey,
a
so
notice or something?
So technically, so the way DOT told me to go about it is take a picture of them on the road. take a picture of the damage and measure the amount of damage and how much material it will take to fix it, and then we can send them a bill apparently. And they have to pay it, I guess, by the sounds of it. Oregon's been figuring out all the details because Coda and James Oil do like to offend very much, and I don't mind if they run the roads in the mornings or at night when the roads froze, but they seem to like to do it right in the dead middle of the day when it's the worst, so. I asked them all to call me first. W actually already did call once and asked if they could run the road, and I told them yes, so.
And you have those new signs.
I do, I'm gonna wait to put those up till it starts to get bad.
Gets bad,
Yeah,
yeah.
once it, because if I feel like if I put them up now, people realize the road really isn't that bad, then they're just gonna run them anyway, so. But yeah, we do have 8 new signs that say, no traffic other than residential, who knows if people even follow them, most people don't, but. It's something to try, I guess.
I'll let learn.
Okay, the other thing is this tree in the elementary school. The only thing I know about it is that Mr. Bonin has hired, a contractor to take trees down, and this one tree, I guess, that belongs to the school that they claim is hollow and it could fall and possibly do some damage to the where the kids play, or some damage to the kids themselves. It is the school's responsibility, but how do we wanna handle this tree thing?
Have you looked at the tree?
I did look at it, and then the only, I tried to talk to Gary at the school about where the, cause I guess the leach field is over in there.
Yeah,
I got a map of it.
Yeah, I mean, you could push it over, I guess, and you could essentially drag it out, but if there was something to do with it, it would need to be done now before the snow is gone. But I don't know,
Is it, what?
it's pretty big around, I'd say, I don't know, at least 3.5 feet diameter
It's
tree.
got a yellow ribbon around it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
is that something you could do?
I mean, we could do it, but I mean, that's up to you guys.
Well, if they want $800, somebody wants $800.
And you're probably gonna pay, it's probably gonna cost just about the same to have us do it, so I mean, it's up to you guys there, I mean. It probably take, I'm guessing I'd like to at least have 3 guys, 2 guys with me at least. And we had to have the excavator there for it, and probably a truck.
But if the town does it, that's already in our budget. If the school does it, then that's an extra dollar
They gotta
that
pay.
we're gonna pay, and the tax rate's high enough, so they
Yeah, I mean, if you have the map right there with you.
Yeah,
You know,
but you can't see it.
It'd probably be best to meet with Gary and walk over it a little bit.
they marked it with an excavator.
With the. Okay, yeah, with the excavator going out there, I mean, as long as the snow, the amount of snow we have right now, I don't think it'll hurt it, it won't hurt anything. To track it out there, and I mean, I wouldn't purposely drive over the top of it anyway. I'd probably cut it down and then pull it across the lawn within sections with the excavator. And it shouldn't hurt the ground or anything either with snow.
Can you come in from the other side?
From Bowen side, or
Yeah.
I could come in from that side, but I could also come in from our side, I think if I went track over by the little trail to go down to the ponds, I could track up in there, and then the only thing is we'd have to get permission from Bowen's to go, I had to get onto their property just to push it over. I had to be on the back side of the tree.
Well, he's on, Bowen's on the, on now. Maybe we could ask him.
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you.
What they're asking is permission to go on your property, with the excavator, so we could push the tree down onto the school's property, is that right?
Yeah, I did just have to go through the stone wall there and push it over.
No, I mean, that's fine with me. You know, then it would be up to the school. Don't you want to cut it up? You're not going to just leave it there, are you?
No,
Cut it up and take it out of there.
no, we'll take it away, just that you need to get on the backside to push it over.
Okay, there is an opening there and it's a pretty large area. And you could go through that opening. That's where the tree is, right at the opening,
Yeah,
and push it. There's another opening at the other end of my driveway that you can go through, but I actually think that where this tree is bigger.
Yeah.
You'd have to go see and look if it's big enough for your equipment.
I measured it, and the excavator will fit through there, and the, goodness, my train of thought, there's one other tree on the school property, so the school's side of the wall, small one, I believe it's an oak. It's in front of the big one that's dying. I would have to take that one down as well to get this one to come down, but other than that, I mean, I think we could probably easily.
that-
done in a day.
That's what
Yeah.
TJ was going to do. He was gonna cut both of those down. There's another one which is definitely on my property, which I'm gonna take care of. This one I think is on the school property. If you want me to, I'll talk to the school, but
Not
I doubt-
necessarily.
yeah.
So as long as the town's gonna do it, we'll communicate with the school and make the arrangement.
All right, that's great. I don't think, Colby, I don't think the septic, the tank might be there, but the leach field's actually on my property towards my driveway. So it's
Yeah,
really,
yeah,
so that's not really near where this is.
no, it's not, but
Yeah.
I can't track on the septic tank either, so. I mean, it's better to stay away from all of it and all with the machine. But with the snow there, the size of the tree hitting the ground, I mean, it'll push the tree hitting the ground too, so. The only thing is, there probably will be like some, well, I mean, they'll have some residual sticks left over, probably in the snow. And we'll just, I mean, we can leave those till spring, we clean up in the spring, or it can be part of the lawn, clean up in the spring.
That would work.
How long do you think it will take you?
To get the tree down itself on the ground, that's probably 20 minutes. It's gonna take a lot longer to clean it up than it will to get it down on the ground.
Good day, it's a good job.
It's a day.
Yeah, I mean, I have one truck with tailgate, I can swing open, put logs in it, so. I'll just have one truck running logs back and forth. The only thing is whether or not the school's gonna be okay with us doing it during school.
You gotta check with
You have to do-
Angela.
I mean, I don't really wanna use our overtime to come in on a weekend and do it by any means, but so, I mean, it's probably something they have to make arrangements for, but. I don't think it'd really be that whole lot of distracting for them. I mean, it's not like we're in sight of really any classroom, I don't think, but.
Like, we'll still have a lot of days off too.
Yeah. I just would like to do it before the snow's gone and.
Yeah, they
weather
got
forming
today.
up.
You got today off, you got tomorrow off.
Yeah.
Well, we got tomorrow off too,
Today's gone.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's work it out. You look
Yeah,
it out with
we
the
can
school
figure
and talk to
something out, it'd be
Morgan.
nice to do it sooner than later and all.
Yeah, because it's gonna get warm and the snow's gonna go fast.
Yeah, and I can't do it when the lawn's wet, so.
No.
That tree, Colby, as you saw, is a very tall tree. It's gonna take up most of the whole field, I think, when you knock it down.
Yeah, I'll have to pull it apart, separate pieces, but it won't be that bad.
Okay. Well, I appreciate very much that everybody's looking into this, and thank you.
Okay, thanks, Charlie.
Do we need a motion on this?
Um,
No, nothing you motion, do we?
So it's just
It's
part
in
of
the minutes. You wanna make a motion, so, you think so? I mean, it's in the minutes, so,
all the day's work.
yeah. This trailer,
so. I contacted, Osgood's again, and they hadn't done anything with it, so I told them to forget it. And I have gotten prices for everything that we are capable of fixing, and it's pretty much everything we need to do to make it inspectable. I didn't get the price list, because I left it at the garage, I worked today, so,
what, every population?
we're under $10,000 by quite a bit. It's gonna cost, the majority of it is, going to be the steel. But I don't think we're really gonna be any over probably, the $10,000 is quite a bit more than probably was gonna be, but, I'm guessing we're gonna have at least $2,000 of steel in there. So I was gonna ask you if we could use the money that we set aside for the new trailer. In order to do this work on this new one, or the one we have. But it's all stuff in-house I can do. I got the price for the wiring harness for it. Lane said he's more capable of putting the wiring harness in it. And doing all the wiring, all the lights and everything on it, and he said he'd fix the brakes on it too.
Okay.
We took a good look at it the other day. The only thing is I didn't get a price on decking, because I had to find a place to get decking. You rough cut lumber preferably I'd like to get oak for it. And it's gonna take quite a bit of wood to do that, but I don't think that'll be very expensive either.
I'm afraid those prices are maybe going up tomorrow with tariffs, but so.
Well, as long as
the
it's
better.
somewhere, it's gonna be probably a small business around here, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I hope so.
I don't know if the guy in if we can buy it from the guy in 35. I can't remember his name.
Well, the bulk of that 10,000 is material.
Yeah. But I mean, it won't take us much. I think we could set aside 2 days to do it. I probably could get the whole thing done in 2 days. It won't take long to tear the decking off it. It's already falling off of it, so, we'll get that off and I just gotta torch the I-beams out of it and weld the new ones in, so.
Well, there's some, I'm sure there's some mills around here that have the rough
Yeah.
shop, okay, whatever.
So, once I get some, I just gotta find out who I can get it from.
You know anybody? No, I was gonna
So yeah,
say,
I know a few, like, could try to get their numbers for Colby.
yeah, maybe that, you
Yeah.
know.
Very good. Yeah, I'd like to be home on it. I put oak ramps on it, 2 years ago and they are held up a lot better. For some reason they put pine on it. And I don't know why they put pine on it, because every time you put the excavator boom down on it, it pulls a hole through it. Oh,
What would be the best?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where are you getting the tires? Do you have a price on the tires?
Tires, that's not in there. I haven't done that, I haven't gotten that
Never
price
done
yet. Those tires on it, I can run for probably another year or so. It's not like we're going far with it. And I think that they should pass inspection as of right now. They're starting to dry rot, it's really much on there. But the rims are gonna have to get replaced on it too eventually, but. As of right now, the only things I am focusing on is the decking and the metal cross members and lighting on it, cause it has like 2 lights on it that work.
Okay.
But we will get it, I'd like to get it, my plan is to have things done by the end of the month, at least. Try to start using the machine here right off.
Do we need a motion to check this, or can we just have them do it, just have them do it?
This is normal work.
Just normal work, and, I'm sure the money will come out of the capital fund, and,
Yeah.
that'll be it, so. Anything else?
Just some street cleanup we did on Middletown, Woodchuck and 121. And we got the yearly service started on the excavator, and the grader it's got yearly service, and it's all prepped to go in off of it for mud season, so. The rake's all ready to go for mud season, everything for mud season's out, so
All right,
that's it.
does anybody have anything
Yeah.
on that?
Have you guys gotten your, flagging, certifications?
No, we gotta get that from Morgan.
Hmm?
I don't have the, I don't have a website for it, she has it, she's supposed to give it to us.
Well, you told us about a month and a half ago you're gonna do this, I mean,
She never
that's,
sent me the thing, so I have to get it from her.
you can look it up too.
I don't know what it's on.
You can do that online, then.
I think
Yeah,
Morgan
it's
has it all, I
online
think
for
she has it
now.
all set up, you have to sign into it and all sorts of stuff, she got it all set up, but I don't have the link for it yet.
Anything else? Okay, since Kim's not here now, she's not on, so there's no,
But she would probably wanna know if anybody can't make it to count tomorrow night,
oh, okay,
if they, can everybody be there, yes.
okay. Committee reports. We have the, bids to open up.
Oh, bids.
For those who might know, this is the bids for the park. And the cemetery, but who's that, who's this?
I don't know, it's from Morrisville, Vermont, this is, let's see here. Spalding Property Management LLC.
Okay,
And it says Morrisville, Vermont, so. Let's see, This is for the parks, for the total price for all the parks, it's $5,360.
We're supposed to make sure it has the proper insurance, is that with it?
There's an insurance card here. I'm not sure if it's proper, but it looks like it could be.
That's just for the parks.
Those parks, this is cemeteries, lump sum cost, $18,750.
Same company?
Same company, that was the cemeteries following property management LLC.
So those are two different quotes, about 5,000 and 18,000?
Well, that's how,
One for the park,
one for the park, one for the
Yeah, I
cemetery.
just needed to understand that that wasn't all together, those are two separate, thank you for the clarification.
My question, Steve, is just Morrisville is past go. They must have somebody locally that would do the work. I mean, that is not.
That's what they want. But have no fear, I mean, we're not accepting this tonight.
Yeah.
Just wondering if they have some office locally that they run.
That would be one of the questions we would ask, I mean, driving down from Morrisville once a week would be a little, I think. What's the next one?
what say, you know.
What's on the envelope? You trying to tell us?
Do they have town?
Just mark on the. What's the price of this? More bids this year? No, we don't get any bids.
More Stevens on some cost for. This is the cemeteries, it's $24,000 even. You can see. The insurance card here. Parks from $5,200. And it's, again, I've ordered Stevens ground maintenance.
So, yeah, I'm all up about the same. 24. 9.
No, the third one? No,
That's it.
just a.
Yeah, it's separate engine with the park.
All right, so the bids will go be reviewed by the board and then we'll make a decision probably at the next meeting. Thank you, bidders. Everybody's here. We're still nobody's here for the bids. Personnel committee, have anything?
Working on those amendments. I should have them in the next week or so. The only one that's, has to have the attorney is the new drug and alcohol policy that the state recommended a couple of years ago. The, mostly from, federal government.
And you're looking into this.
Yep, I got it.
This fraud thing, right, that we have to do, Morgan, well, that's not personnel, but.
No. I did the one that they
Right.
recommended for the vacation earned time,
Okay, good.
not given time, yeah, I can help her with that. I can-
Morgan says she doesn't have anything new on the flood unless John and Kobe does.
The only thing new I know is there was a, email this afternoon that they expect to do the borings on the blocks at Eastman, Friday.
Oh, okay. Okay. Any questions on the flood or anything? Yep. If not, any other business from the board?
I was just thinking about, she had sent out that, grant availability for ash.
Oh, yes,
removals, And I wondered if, Colby or any of us had thought about a great, it's a quite quick turnaround, we have to answer.
Yeah,
by the 23rd.
I'd like to do it, on Hall Ranch Road.
Okay,
We're gonna look into it. Al Sands wants to talk to us a little bit about some of the stuff, so I believe me and Morgan are just gonna meet with him out there.
nice.
But I believe Hall Ranch and Stagecoach and our farm roads that we have definitely the most ash out there, so. We'll go through it and figure out, it has to be about a mile stretch.
Yeah, there were a bunch of stipulations.
Hall Ranch Road's kind of, well, it's kind of quite a mile, but I think they'll let it go. So I just don't know what to find out the rules with it, about what they're supposed to just, I don't know if you're supposed to cut it and leave it, or. I don't think you're supposed to transport it, if it has the
If you
ash borer in
transport
it. So,
Was that the
we're gonna have to
24,000?
figure out some more of
Say
the
again.
stuff on it,
24,000?
but-
It was like 24, 25,000, but then there were chunks of 6,000 and 12,000
Yeah.
too. It didn't mention the word ash borer in the whole thing, which was weird, but
And that's what it's for.
I know it's what it's
Yeah.
for, but it was sort of like, then, how do you?
They don't really
exactly
give you, they don't give you really much instruction, they don't tell you what they want you to do with it or anything, and I'm guessing you're not supposed to move it.
I
Would
would,
be my guess, but, I don't know if we're allowed to chip it. A lot of the stuff, I don't think we can chip, because it's still too big for our chipper. So odds are it's probably gonna get laid down and left there, cause I don't really wanna move it and have it start somewhere else. But, Al did say he has seen some of the ash borer starting out there, so. It would be a good place to start out there that way.
yeah, I think we have to reply to the grant.
Yeah, I think we're gonna meet about it this week.
Great,
Well, when Alan was on the board, he was a big proponent, he wanted to have money in the budget. He wanted to count how many ash trees we had and everything else, so
Alan for a month. It's take a month.
Alan would be a good one to put on the thing, because that's kind of a personal thing for him, so.
Yeah, she
Bruce's
emailed
advice.
him today and he responded back, I
Yeah.
believe already.
Right,
I haven't read his email back yet, but
yeah, well, you will, he's,
yeah, he's
He
all
would really
excited
like to
to
see
see
it
out of it, so.
no, it's important.
Yeah, we'll work with him on it, and I think I think what we're gonna do is just this week is mark the ones that need to be gone, and we'll figure out the whole grant thing from there.
you can burn it.
I was gonna say, it burns well.
I don't know if you can, I don't know how well people are gonna like the town burning stuff on the side of the road.
No, I don't do that, I mean, you can cut it up with firewood, you can burn it.
Yeah, I just put one in my dooryard just in case something spread is the only thing.
Yeah, we have a lot,
I don't know.
it burns well.
Yeah.
Any public comment? Okay. So the next meeting is, organizational meeting, which happens tomorrow after the election. And, the next regular meeting will be Monday, March 17th here at 6 P.M. So a motion to adjourn,
So moved.
any discussion, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
See you all tomorrow.
Sam, I got your mailbox. Sam. We did your mail.